What's up guys, welcome back to the channel, and here are 5 books I think everyone should keep an eye on for 2023. First up is going to be a book I actually don't have the physical copy of. I actually gave it to a coworker to keep because it is his favorite author, but Yellowface by R.F. Quang I think is going to be required reading for any author, anyone in the book world, any bookworm as well. It really shows, It follows June, who is a white author who performs Yellowface in the publishing sense. She takes a manuscript from one of her friends who has passed away and changes it just a little bit to create a bestseller of her own, something that she did not have but her friend did. I think it's amazing commentary on the book world and how important diversity is in our little space. Next up is going to be Chaos and Flame, a new duology that's coming out by Tessa Gretton and Justina Ireland. I loved this. I was speechless by the end of it. It's a very fast read. It's pretty fast paced, and it follows an orphan set on revenge for the murder of her entire family, but she starts to fall in love with one of the princes who is guiding her around as she becomes the next leader of her deceased family. She doesn't even know if she really was a part of that family, and it's a fantastic fantasy. It left on such a cliffhanger that I don't know how I'm going to wait for the next one. Next up is another author that I really love, Lizelle Samberry's Delicious Monsters. This comes out in February, and it was actually the first horror book that I ever read. I wasn't the biggest fan of the pacing around the middle. I felt like it was a little bit slower than what I would have wanted from a horror book like this, but I still loved it. It follows 2 point of views. One is set 10 years in the future, and then the other one is set 10 years in the past. One of the girls can see ghosts, and it really unfolds as the story comes in and describes how she has dealt with that her entire life and what her mother has caused. The other point of view follows Brittany, who is desperate to get out from under her mother's thumb. The parallel between the two characters is absolutely amazing. And I will say there is a lot of bugs, like freaked me out the entire time, but I thought it was amazing. It really is Haunting of Hill House in a book. And finally is The Pearl Hunter by Maya T. Beck. I believe this is a debut. Set in pre-Shogun Japan, it really reads like it's a story that's being told, like audibly told, very similar to Bear and the Nightingale in an Asian-inspired middle grade form. I loved it. I think it's a book that both middle grade and adults are both going to love. It follows a pearl hunter whose twin sister ends up dying, and she has to go and try and bring her back. It ends on an interesting note. I'm not sure if it's going to be a duology. I think it is because it leaves off on a bit of a cliffhanger. And you don't know what happens to one of the characters. So I really want to see a redemption of the main character. She is a very flawed character, but I still loved it. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know some of your anticipated books for 2023 down in the comments below. I would love to add to my TBR, as I normally do. In the description is going to be any trigger warnings that I have for the books, as well as all of my links to my TikTok, Bookstagram, and my Twitter, and my Storygraph and Goodreads. Of course, go ahead and friend me on there. If you liked this video, go ahead and give it a like, as well as subscribe if you want to see some more book content. Thank you all so much, and I will see you guys later. Bye guys.